Join me for a full body workout using dumbbells and body weight. Let's start off nice and easy here with bicep curl to presses. Let's make sure you guys are keeping your core engaged here. Squeeze through the glutes. Separate the two moves as best as you can. Focus on the bicep curl going into your press. Careful not to shrug your shoulders going into your press here too. We're about halfway, keeping that core tight here. Our goal today is just going to be a lot of compound movements, a lot of combination movements, similar to our bicep curl and press, trying to target 2 muscle groups at the same time here, maybe even 3. Finishing up our curl to press in 3, 2, and 1. Take a short break at 20 seconds. We are going to go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. As always, if you're a beginner, feel free to take a little bit longer rest. Stop at any point that you can, especially if you start to feel any discomfort. Moving on to our next one, it is going to be our row into your tricep kickback. Get into a good hinge here. Pull the elbows back, hands back here. Always reset into that row. Always bring the hands down. I want to focus on my shoulders here. I'm not shrugging through my shoulders. I'm being really careful not to swing my elbows here too. Getting a good extension to my tricep. Keeping your chin tucked in towards the chest. Right about halfway here. Similar to a curl and press, try your best to really focus on separating the 2 moves here. Reset if you need to off that hinge. Come right back when you're ready. Good, 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Make sure we're slowing the breathing down here. Deep inhale, nice slow exhale. It's very important to make sure we're controlling the rhythm that we're breathing. Trying your best to sync out your rhythm with the movements, with your breathing here too. Try not to hold your breath here. Next one we're going to go into is going to be our reverse lunge and lateral raises. Aim for 2 to 6 repetitions of lateral raises before you guys switch legs. The less repetitions you guys do in the lateral raises, the easier it is. Less time under tension on your legs here for your reverse lunge. Let's focus on keeping that back knee down nice and low towards the ground here. Front leg 90 degrees, back leg 90 degrees. Good, keeping your elbows slightly bent, dumbbells forward. May not look like here, but try your best to control those dumbbells here. Working through the shoulders. You guys should not be feeling this on your neck. Rest. Alright, moving to the floor here. Give me a good glute bridge here. We're going to come into our chest presses. Aim for 4 to 6 repetitions of your chest press, and we're going to go into a skull crusher. So we're going to focus on keeping the elbows in line with your ear or just in line with your cheeks. Moving the dumbbells down, we're going to get a good extension to the triceps. Again, we're focused on 4 to 6 repetitions here of our dumbbell work. Keep driving the heels down towards the ground, hips up to the ceiling. We're creating a good decline angle here. Like I said, we're trying to incorporate as much muscles as we can into each movement here. So getting a good glute bridge, driving those hips up, squeezing through glutes and hips here. As well as upper body, working the chest press, and then the triceps for your skull crushers. Nice, 3, 2, and relax. More seconds of your rest. We're going to get a little bit of a cardio here. I'm going to get you guys to go into your mountain climber with your push-up. I like to hold on to the dumbbells here just to give me a little bit more of a better positioning on my wrist. Knees in towards the chest without dropping your foot down towards the ground. And I'm going 1 to 8 with my repetitions. If you need to drop the knees down on your push-up, let's make sure hips and glutes are towards the floor. We're going to keep that back nice and straight. Shoulders, hips, and knees should be in a straight line if you're dropping those knees down. We're about halfway here. Of course, you gotta keep your knees up high here towards the chest. Easier variation, go ahead and go into an elevated position, either a bench, chair, or even against the wall here for your push-up and mountain climbers. Try your best to stay on the floor here though. We got 3 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. Going into a single arm row with a half burpee to switch sides here. I want to see chest towards the ground here. To make this a little bit easier, you can step back and step into our half burpees instead of jumping in and out like I do. And I'm always making sure I'm setting up properly here before I hit my rows. Staggered position opens up my side here to a little bit more to put my dumbbells in. Elbows back and in a good squeeze on my shoulder blades here. I'm aiming for 4 repetitions before I go into my half burpee. Good, 5 seconds here. 3, 2, and relax. Ten seconds till rest. The next one we're going to go into is going to be a single arm press with a squat. Turning this into more of a thruster, and I want to add a little bit of rotation to get a little bit more of my core involved. So I get in a good squat, I'm turning my pivot, turning my hips and pivoting with my foot here. I'm opening my side here as I press out, and I'm very careful to make sure that I'm not reaching out with my hand. So my bicep is still close to my ear at the top position, and you want to avoid that movement right there. I'm switching every 10 seconds here, so about 6 to 8 repetitions of squat to press. Watching your knees here, making sure we're not giving the knees in, keep the knees out. Always watching the form. Good depth in the squat here. Finishing up here. Good. Rest. Alright, we're going to move into some core work here. We're going to start with your flutter kicks. Hand is going to be towards the glutes here for support. You can make it a little bit harder by moving your hands over your head to lighten up those abs. But I like to keep my back flat as I can here towards the ground. Lower back, no space with my lower back. Belly button towards the floor. Find a good rhythm in the breathing here. Keep working through. Any neck discomfort, you can keep the head back towards the floor. Bring those legs up a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Good, keep it going, 10 more seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Ooh, let's stop it a little bit early there, man. All good. We're gonna keep the abs going here. Next one is going to be our heel touches. So I'm gonna be focusing on my obliques here. Keeping my head and shoulders off the floor, still keeping my back flat, no space on my lower back. Reaching down towards the heels. See if you can aim towards the pinky toe here, just to lengthen out just a little bit more on one side. So if you're focused on touching towards your right foot, reach all the way down till you feel a stretch on the left side here too. Vice versa, left side with your right foot. Rhythm of the breathing is going to be a little bit awkward here. I'm focused on one side inhale, the other is the exhale. But you want to make sure you're not holding your breath here at any core work. 10 seconds of our heel touches of the obliques. 10 seconds left. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set, we're going to keep the core working, but this time around we're going to focus a little bit more in the back. I'm going to get you into a Superman position. So that is going to be on your stomachs. You want to keep your foot off the floor the entire time here. You want to keep some tension on the lower back, but be careful not to bring those upper bodies too high here. We don't want to strain the lower back. Keep your chin tucked in towards the chest. Don't look up here. I'm going to focus on my pull down movement. So get in a good squeeze on my lats to the side here. Full extension. I want you to imagine you're doing a pull up here so that you get that vertical movement on your back here. So full reach out, imagine you're at the bottom of the pull-up bar there, and then as you pull yourself up, your back gets engaged. That contraction on the side of the back of your lats gets engaged at the bottom here as you bring those elbows down. Good, 10 seconds here. Finishing up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, quick 10 minutes. Hope you guys enjoy the workout. Full body work today, a lot of compound movements, and some core to finish. See you next time.